What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. Let's talk the Justice League. Everyone's excited for the Justice League. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Fans have all been intrigued about this since they came out with the Avengers. And the Avengers weren't really the popular, the popular series. The Justice League. Now that was what we wanted to see. That's what we knew growing up. We watched the Justice League more than anybody watched an Avenger or Iron Man. They weren't as popular as the Justice League. They had the most popular cartoon. This was it. I mean, these are the more popular characters. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, The Flash. Are you kidding me? Just them alone. Those are like the gods of comic books. The whole cartoon was filled with them. There wasn't too much of Iron Man around or the Incredible Hulk, yeah, but they didn't have the impact of these guys. These are the icons. They sit on the Mount Rushmore of the comic world. They were it. Now, the giants of Superman and Batman, period, should have brought in a lot more than it did. It did well at the box office, but it wasn't received well. It was a little too comic booky by being dark, but it had a very decent plot. Justice League, not so much. Uh, they brought in a new director to finish the movie after Zack Snyder's exit of the film and the production of it because of the unfortunate suicide of his daughter. And it led to a lot of different changes to this film. The studio also said that they wanted this movie to be reduced in time. So they had to make cuts. There were reshoots, which didn't sit well with everyone because, Henry Cavill, who plays Superman, had to actually go and film another film with Tom Cruise called Mission Impossible 6. So now that that's going on, so they had to digitally replace this mustache. And yes, you will be staring and looking at his mustache when you see Superman. Yes, Superman's in the film, and you're gonna like it. I think if you're a comic book fan, you're gonna like it. This is superly loaded with Easter eggs. They have went crazy with Easter eggs in this film. But the plot of this film is very vague because I don't know if because they had to make cuts or what is the reason, but you can tell that there's gaps in there. Like for people that don't know, like comic book fans, they liked Cyborg. They liked the things he could do. I guess they didn't want to reveal too much in this film about his past or things about him, period. Comic book fans are gonna know, but the actual movie fans are not gonna too much understand him, or you just say, well, he's a minor character, and that's just how they treated him. They treated him as a sub character who just comes around and gives them information every now and then, plugs into this and give them the info to the data, or I'm falling, I need someone to catch me who can fly, Cyborg. So he became that character, and they kind of minimized him a little bit. And maybe it's because he was all CGI, So they bring in Josh Whedon, who, mad at Marvel, comes over to DC now and decides he's going to make DC what Marvel used to be. And he could fix things. And so him and Kevin Feige fell out, and here we are. Now, we're in a situation here where the Justice League is supposed to opened the door to a whole new genre for these new films. And we're finding out that the Justice League might not come back together for a while, even in the next films. Everybody's like gonna be like, well, okay, well, what's about the next one? Well, we might not know if this entire cast is gonna be back because they're already talking about recasting Batman again, who was tremendous in this film. Batman, played by Ben Affleck, was tremendous. And yes, I did forget to go over the plot, but we will get back to that. But his role was tremendous because he's playing a different Batman. He's a Batman that's got to be trusting and be a leader now instead of the lone guy who's fighting punks in alleys. You know, like there's that joke. Like, I remember the days we used to fight wind up Joker toys or something like that. Wind up clowns or something, you know, just making little. It's a lot of these little funny lines that's thrown around in there in the film. You know, Ezra Miller, who plays the Flash, he had a lot of laughs. The look is amazing of the film, but it's you don't feel the. It feels like every moment is about scenes. It's just like the commercial in the trailer when they showed like the Wonder Woman scene, the Batman scene, the Flash scene, the Aquaman scene. You know, and it's like it's too many scenes. You know, it's like nobody's really together. It's not showing any continuity together. It's too much close up on this person and what they're doing. Too much close up on this guy and what they're doing, and the way it was edited. And I was like, I didn't like that. But the actual style, like making it look pretty, the slow mo scenes, those worked a lot. And this is a very like definitely Zack Snyder is very dark in everything that he does. He made a movie that where there were some cool scenes, but it just did not flow well. And he does not know how to do light. He just can't do it. So Josh Whedon's imprint or stamp on this thing was definitely noticed. I love the music. The score for this is incredible. You're gonna you're probably not gonna remember unless I point it out to you, but the score kind of saves this film. There's an action scene with Steppenwolf when he comes down and he's fighting for one of the mother boxes and he's fighting the Amazon women for the mother box. Listening to that score and watching the fight, I was like, oh, we are in for a show tonight. Oh, you're going to say Justice League is finna blow you away after that. And then it doesn't. Because one, it's like the seriousness of it and the grand scale of it, you really don't feel it. Because you don't really see it from them. Like, this could be the end of the world. They say it, but it's like, where are the people that's crying and like this is the imminent doom of the world? They were almost obsolete in this. And there's a lot of stuff in here that's just like it kind of looks like they're in front of a green screen and somebody is doing the filming behind them with the green screen. It's like a red and yellow, stone colored green screen, total CGI. The thing about CGI is we're not supposed to focus on the CGI. We're supposed to be like caught into the moment. And there's too many scenes where you're focused on the CGI. Like, oh, wow. We know it's CGI, but, we're not supposed to be like, gosh, that building looks so fake. It's just like, that's not what you're supposed to be focused on. And sometimes you get caught focusing on these things and instead of focusing on what they want you to see. It's just so phony how it happened that it's like, dude, we know it's CGI, but can we get some realisticness a little bit? And this thing here just looks too phony. Like, yeah, you'll know it. You'll know it when you see it. You know, I like the things that I did like. I love what they did with like Superman, Wonder Woman was great, and Aquaman. I mean, the cast, those five, Jason Momoa, Henry Cavill, Gail Goddard. She basically played the same role as Wonder Woman, but she was good. She was actually good. She was really good in this as Wonder Woman. As you see, she's a lot more evolved as Wonder Woman. Like she's been Wonder Woman for a very long time. So it's not like the film you saw Wonder Woman where she's just discovering her power. She knows her power, just like when she fought in Batman versus Superman, there you have it. I mean, Wonder Woman movie was liked so much that people forgot about the fact that she was in Batman versus Superman. That just shows you the difference of the scale between the two. Um, all those five, even though Cyborg did his job and did a great job doing it, I really felt that they minimized him. There are a lot of scenes that are cut out, but you're gonna pretty much. I don't think you're gonna really care if you're a comic book fan. You know what's happening in this situation. You know the backstory. You know what he's doing. You know what the average viewer. They're not gonna pretty much pick that up. You can tell right off the bat they're not gonna pick that up. Um, there are some scenes where people wanted to see more of certain characters. Like, well, did they put in um, Lex Luthor in this one? No, Lex Luthor's not in this film. He doesn't need to be in this film. There's no need for him. The coming together of the Justice League was great because that's what this film was about. Steppenwolf is trying to destroy the world, and he's coming there to make it more, and like he's working for someone, and we all know he's working for. And he comes off as a super strong guy who slams the hammer down. And big, bad, tough Steppenwolf. So Steppenwolf just, he's an enforcer, he's a brute, but that's all he is. There's no arc to him whatsoever. Is that I work for somebody else who's more interesting. And it really didn't come off as well as I thought it would. And he just became a lifeless tool. So the weakness of villain in this film is what hurts it a lot. But the coming together as the team, you're gonna love. You'll love the way they come together, even though you feel like a lot of scenes were cut out as far as, and replaced for comedy scenes. Like there's a lot of setup lines, like, okay, here comes the punchline. All right, that's the setup, that's the alley oop, here comes the dunk. Doom. Some delivered, some was like, okay. But they're trying to bridge in the younger kids because that was the problem with the other ones. Kids were bored watching Superman versus Batman. That wasn't one, and that's supposed to be something for kids to go see, not just okay, this is a Batman movie. Kids supposed to want to watch it. And they were like, look, the Nolan series wasn't that exciting, and people went to go see that over and over because Nolan knew how to balance story. He knew it wasn't all wham bam Batman everywhere and got to do it with crazy action scenes. It's the way it's shot, it's the way it's filmed, the way the score is. You're vested into the development of the film and the progression of where they're going. So when you see things like this looks like one big rock video with a bunch of scenes in it, like a music video, a very long 2-hour music video, and it's fun. I wanted to give this a higher score, but 2.5 is like where I could go with this out of 4. which isn't bad, but it's not where I wanted Justice League to be. Justice League should have been a lot better than this. And I think probably on a DVD or something like that, you'll probably get some deleted scenes that probably would make this film a lot better. But definitely weakness at villain. I thought this movie would probably be better than Thor Ragnarok, but it just wasn't. And what you're left with is a watchable movie. You'll have fun, and you might watch it twice. I'm gonna buy it on Blu-ray, 4K, in other words. And that's about it. 2.5 stars out of 4. That's my rating for Justice League. And when you watch it, we'll do a spoiler review. You know it's coming. You know the spoiler review is coming. So we'll give people a chance to watch it, and then after that, we'll come out with it. I'm out.